Well, that brought us back down to earth with a bang, didn't it?
If you don't have a song, you may as well not go to the pub at all.
Lads.
Watch this.
Lads, welcome back to another reaction video. I've just watched us lose 2-0 to Leicester away. I won't keep you too long because there's not a great deal to talk about in the match, let's be honest. We just weren't at it, were we? We weren't the normal Sheffield United that you expect to see. I think we all got a little bit carried away with the whole European dream. But every time I say, oh, it's over, we're not going to get Europe now, we come back and have another 2 or 3 good games. So it's obviously not over. We're still in front of Arsenal. We're only, a point behind Spurs. But yeah, if we're going to play like that for the rest of the season, then obviously we're not going to get Europe. I'm not too disappointed. I've been buzzing all day. I'm going to be honest, I've been buzzing all day because obviously Leicester's been poor since the restart. And we've been really good recently, beating a lot of big teams. So I think we all kind of thought we were going to do it tonight. In my preview video, I said it was going to finish 1-1, but in my heart and in my head actually, I thought it was going to finish 2-1 to us. Totally wrong. So anyway, we didn't start like Sheffield United. Leicester started like Sheffield United, and I think that all the negativity that the Leicester fans have been banging on about kind of made its way to the team, and the manager were like, let's go out there and show what we can do. And they showed us tonight how good they are. They really did. I watched them against Bournemouth and they were really, really poor against Bournemouth. If only that could have been against us. But the thing is, however good Leicester could be, on our day, we can, I'm not saying we're technically as good as them, but we can give them a good game. And we didn't today. We didn't at all. We started off quickish, but they grabbed hold of the game very, very quickly and dominated us for the full 45 minutes. We didn't even have, I can't remember us having anything in that first half other than a McGoldrick shot that went over the bar. I think it actually cannoned off him and went over, so it weren't even a shot. They were first to everything. We were sat off them, just waiting for them to do something. We were like, yep, go on, pass it that way, pass it that way. We weren't in the faces like they were to us. And I think that was the big problem today. I don't know if they're tired. I don't know if, I don't know. We're always expecting a game like this. They've been so good recently. Excellent away at Burnley. Obviously, we've beaten Wolves, Chelsea and Spurs. We were going to get a game like this, but I just thought we'd have offered something a bit more going forward. And the thing is, they obviously scored a goal early on. It was a bit easy for him. Great finish, great football, but it was a bit easy for him. But the thing is, after they scored that goal, there wasn't a Sheffield United kind of response. There was a 10-minute response in the second half, but that was it. That was it. Like, between the 45th and the 55th minute, we kind of went for it. But after that, just nothing. They controlled the game. We tried to push as many men forward. We kept pushing men forward. But the problem was, because we had 3 strikers up top, do you know what? I would rather us bring on a few attacking midfield. I'm not saying that we've got any on the bench. What I'm trying to say is, Wilder always seems to like throw as many strikers on as possible, the old Neil Warnock thing. But it's like, there weren't any service to the strikers. Like, they're all goal scorers, Sharp, McBurney and Mousset. I'd have definitely took somebody else off other than McGoldrick. But it is what it is. Obviously, we trust Wilder. We trust him to do what he thinks best. The problem I thought was that they were catching us on the break every time. And to be perfectly honest, they should have scored 5 or 6 goals. Harvey Barnes missed a few, not sitters, but a few one-on-ones and ones that he really should have worked Henderson more with. Yeah, but to say that they were catches on the break, we weren't really having anything going the other way. And you could understand us getting caught on the break when we're throwing everything forward, having a few shots, a few close calls. But they were just nothing, were they? But yeah, so start of the game, like I said, they were first to everything. We were just standing off them. Ayoze Perez opens the scoring with a ball played inside from the left back. He just controlled it, volleyed it through, kind of underneath John Egan's legs. I thought at first that Vardy may have been stood in offside position, blocking his view, but he wasn't blocking his view. He could see the ball. It was just an excellent finish into the bottom corner. Now, I'm not saying that Leicester weren't good. Leicester were brilliant, but if we'd have played how we have been recently, we wouldn't have let them play as well as what they did. Leicester had a few more chances in the first half. Dino pulled off a couple of good saves. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really that I can say about that first half. There wasn't even kind of like a reaction after the drink spray. You thought Wilder had gone on there and been like, come on lads, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. They were just nothing really. Went into the second half and like I said, first 10 minutes we were getting the ball wide. Basham was overlapping. That's about it really, wasn't it? We didn't really cause them any problems again. And then they just kept catching us on the break, time and time and time again. I think the only saving grace about today was that Jamie Vardy didn't score a goal. He hit the post, which he probably should have put away, which I probably expected him to put away. But he didn't score. Thank God for that. Damari Gray put the ball in the back of the net. Lovely, lovely finish. I thought he took it a bit too far wide. Great finish. Obviously went under Jack O'Connell's, in between Jack O'Connell's legs. So it's always difficult for the goalkeeper. But before that happened, Dean Henderson was excellent all day. It was his legs. It was constantly his legs. Like, don't get me wrong, Harvey Barnes' shots weren't the best because he should be making him move more. But it's so easy for a goalkeeper to kind of set himself and then to kind of the ball to go straight through his legs because he set himself ready to go one way or the other. And Harvey Barnes every time just put it straight at him. But he did really well with his legs to stop most of those. That's it really. They had two inexperienced fullbacks and a veteran of the game, Wes Brown. It's not Wes Brown, it's Wes Morgan. And we didn't make them work we didn't stretch them in the slightest. That left back looked like he'd been playing 10 years. If you would have put a Chilwell mask on him, you wouldn't have known any different. Like, he looked like he'd been playing all season. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He looked a really good player, but we didn't put any pressure on him whatsoever. I'll quickly just run through the team. I thought Dean Henderson, it was one of his best games of the season. Very, very good. Obviously, he's had some other great games, but yeah, had no chance with either goal. The first one was an excellent finish right in the corner, and the second one went through Jack's legs, so what can you say, really? I thought Egan played well, but I think that all the defence just kept getting caught. It was kind of like the Newcastle game, but we're a bit steadier than against Newcastle. But we kind of just kept getting caught on the break, which obviously Vardy's going to do that to you. But the problem was, it wasn't just Vardy on the break for them. They were mixing it up. They had Ayoze Perez pulling the strings, Harvey Barnes running at us, Jamie Vardy running in behind. We just struggled with everything today. We just weren't at our game. Basham tried, but Basham was pretty poor today. Jack O'Connell didn't see much from him. Ender Stevens didn't see much from him. Must not have really gone down the left-hand side much in that second half because I don't really remember anything other than Billy Sharp putting a cross in. And I know you always kind of fixate on the side that's closest to you, but honestly, I don't remember us doing any sort of overlapping or any sort of play down that left-hand side. I thought George Baldock, it was one of his poorer games, but I could say that about most players. Ollie Norwood, I thought, was probably, for us, our best player out in the outfield because he didn't really get caught on the ball. I think maybe have been once, but Lundstrom probably got caught on the ball a few more times than that when he came on. But I thought Norwood deserved to stay on. I thought that Wilder may have dropped Ben Osborne into the defensive midfield role. and brought Norwood off because obviously he's got more legs. But yeah, I think Norwood deserved to stay on. I think his passing was great. He was spreading the ball wide. We just weren't doing anything with it after that. Sander Berger, honestly, don't remember seeing him at all game. I remember him playing a nice little ball into Norwood. That's about it. Same with Ben Osborne. I thought he had a slightly better game than Berger, but we just weren't on it, were we? I think he played a couple of nice little 1-2s with Ender early on. That's about it. Up front, McGoldrick again. We needed to see McGoldrick on the ball more today, and he didn't get his foot on it too much, and gave it away a couple of times as well. I think McBurney did okay battling, but he had like trampolines on his feet at times. When the ball came to him, he'd take a touch and it'd go off, or he'd like take a good touch and his second touch would be poor. So yeah, McBurney weren't great today. The lads that came on, Flekke, Moose, Billy and Lunny. So Flekke looked like he'd not played football for a couple of months. Obviously, he hadn't played for a few games, but especially the first 5 or 10 minutes. But one ball he tried to play through to Moose, and he was like a shot. He got better as it went on, but yeah, he didn't. Even Flekke didn't even create anything today. Moose was awful. Just awful. Like, he's not playing well at the moment, and he was picking the ball up and just running, and it's like, what are you doing? Just lay it off. There's no need to try and take 2 or 3 players on. But picking the ball up, like trying to turn and trying to beat men, and it's like, you've got 2 or 3 men round you. There's no need to do that. Just lay it off and we'll play it around. That's what we do. Yeah, Moose did not do anything. Billy Sharp, out of all the players, including McBurney, Billy Sharp was probably the most influential today. Probably created more. He tried his hardest. So fair play to him. Fair play to Bill. And Lunny had a lot of the ball in that second half. Just didn't do a lot with it. I remember saying at one point he played this beautiful crossfield ball with his left foot. He loves that. He loves showing how good he is with both feet. And a lovely crossfield ball to Ender Stevens. And then he got the ball just outside the box, and I'm like, he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot. And he hit it with his left foot, and it went into crowd. Well, not crowd, it went into seats. So, yeah, it's just what it is. I think everyone had a poor game today. It's just a bit sad when you've been playing really, really well. But, like, don't get me wrong, the lads have been excellent all season. They've been excellent recently, so just one of them things, innit? We've not played as well as we'd have hoped. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. A bit of a sad one, bit gutted. But we go on to the next game. It's Everton on Monday, I believe it is. Let's go and beat Everton. They've only drawn at home with Villa tonight. And they were lucky to get that. It was a very late goal. So hopefully we can step it up against Everton, go and beat Everton, play how we've been playing recently, not how we've been playing, well, not how we played tonight, and go and beat them. So yeah, hopefully. The problem was before this game, I was worried most about the Southampton match because of how well Southampton's been playing recently. And yeah, hopefully we're going to have to try and get 6 points from the last 2 games. But whatever happens, it's been amazing. They've given us such amazing memories. And I even heard Robbie Savage say we are, in his opinion, the greatest promoted side or had the best first season. I think not points wise, but we've been the best to watch anyway. It's Robbie Savage, so take it with a pinch of salt. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate you. If you wouldn't mind liking the video, I'd really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind subscribing as well, I'd appreciate it even more. And stay in good nick.